Blue skies and sunshine marked the end of a long, hard winter and the start of the 2013 Formula One World Championship. Testing hadn't given away too many clues as to the pecking order, but as the cars were unpacked and the paddock took shape, the answers to all the unknowns were in reach. Hamilton had settled into his new team, but the arrival of Toto Wolff ruffled many feathers, and observers asked whether there was any room for more senior personnel at Mercedes. Reliability issues plagued their winter, and Melbourne wasn't without its setbacks. Nico suffered a gearbox issue on Friday, while Lewis had beached his car. By Saturday, the dark clouds had gathered. Literally, heavy rain delayed the start of qualifying. After 30 minutes, the session got underway, but visibility was poor and the wet curbs were lethal, as Massa found out.
I crashed, as you can see. I think I can come back.
How much damage is there?
I don't know, man. You need to check. It was not a small crash anyway.
Here we are. I'm watching the crash now. Oh, yeah. It wasn't a small crash. I think we probably lost the turning vanes as well. Okay, we're still P8.
The rain eased, but even on full wet tyres, it was easy to get caught out. Perez slid off, while Sauber new boy Gutierrez took the surfer vibe a step too far. Pique's switch to Inters didn't pay off, and he failed to set a time within 107%. In the same place as Massa, Gutierrez made a mistake, hit the barrier and brought out the red flag. The rain got worse and the stricken Sauber was retrieved, but there was no sign of the rain abating. And now the light was fading. So, for the first time ever, the stewards took the decision to split the session over 2 days. Qualifying resumed on Sunday morning. Inters were necessary at first, but on a dry track, reigning champion Sebastian Vettel stormed to his first pole position of the season. P2 for Webber ensured it was an all Red Bull front row. So while the teams prepared for the race in just a few hours' time, the drivers' parade was an opportunity for the fans to see their heroes close up and at a more leisurely pace.
Obviously, it's the best position to start from. Yeah, pretty different now though with the conditions. Again, changing completely, so we'll see. It's going to be a long race. It will be important to look after tyres, but so far this weekend for sure for us has been very good.
Hulkenberg qualified his Sauber 11th, but a fuel system problem meant that he didn't even make it to the grid. It was a depressing anticlimax with his new team. The new season was just moments away, but Webber's charge looks set to be curtailed.
Do I have curves or not? Do I have curves?
Okay, no curves. Brake balance, 2 clicks rearwards.
Think we get curves back or not?
We do not have curves. We are looking into it.
Would Vettel run off into the distance? With the super soft and medium tyres to play with, could an aggressive strategy pay off? For the first time in 2013, the lights went out. Sebastian maintained position while Mark was completely overwhelmed. Vettel pulled away. Second place Massa had Hamilton on his tail. Raikkonen moved up 2 places. The pack made it through turn 1 intact, but Webber had dropped down to 7th. Raikkonen was no slouch. Now he seized upon Hamilton under braking and moved up to 4th. Sutil returned from a year out of the sport. He was leading the race when he made his first stop on lap 21, while Vettel responded to Alonso's stop the previous lap and made his second visit to the pits. Adrian was the highest placed starter to opt for the medium tyres. The Force India was quick. He was able to keep up with the 3 stopping cars in front, but that had cost Sebastian time. He rejoined behind Alonso. It had been an uninspiring start to the season for Williams. So when Maldonado lost the back end of the car and found himself beached in the gravel, it pretty much summed up their weekend. Electrical gremlins put paid to Rosberg's podium aspirations on lap 27. The team knew all too well that technical failures ruin championship hopes. Lotus had taken a different approach to the race. The fact that they were easy on their tyres meant that Kimi was able to run a 2-stop strategy. He currently led, but there was still another round of stops to go. Lewis had the opposite problem. He switched from 2 stops to 3 and found his second place under pressure from Alonso. Driving like that wouldn't help his tyre predicament. Lap 34, Raikkonen made his second stop.
OK, can we watch the white line? You will be with cars as you leave the pits, close to Massa.
Kimi rejoined 5th behind Sutil and Massa, but with the others needing to pit, things were slotting into place. Ferrari had made a huge leap forward in terms of their car, and Alonso was now leading the race. With his 3rd stop looming, he pushed to stay ahead of Vettel and chase Raikkonen. Lap 43, and only race leader Sutil was now left to stop out of the top 10. The Force Indias had turned a 2-stop strategy to their advantage, but Adrian's older tyres were no match for Kimi. The predicted Red Bull domination didn't emerge. Vettel had the pace in qualifying, but he couldn't match Raikkonen's race pace just a few hours later when it mattered most. Victory is the best way to kick off the season. From 7th, Kimi Raikkonen had turned things around and took maximum points.
OK, Kimi, absolutely fantastic job. Well done, mate. Absolutely superb, Kimi. Brilliant. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Yes, I told you that the car is good.
All 5 world champions scored points, but with varying degrees of success. Strategy paid off for Raikkonen, while Alonso beat Vettel in a straight fight. McLaren had traditionally gone well in Melbourne, but Jensen knew that points were the best he could hope for at the moment. Early indications suggested that in terms of pace, Ferrari, Lotus, Red Bull and Mercedes had edged away from the rest of the pack. Win number 20 for Kimi meant he equalled the tally of compatriot Mika Häkkinen. It had been a fantastic strategic battle between Lotus, Ferrari and Red Bull, but the first round honours went to Lotus. It was thirsty work for 3 world champions. The aggressive choice of Pirelli compounds and superior tyre management of the Lotus led many to conclude that they were early contenders for the title. But would they have this advantage at every circuit? After a hectic race in Australia, it was time to take a day or two to relax and enjoy the tropical delights and exotic scenery of Malaysia. The 2013 season kicked off with a completely revolutionised Pirelli tyre range. The objective of the softer compounds was to open up more strategic options, more pit stops, and to aid overtaking. So how do the newer compounds compare to the 2012 specifications?
Quite a few things changed actually. All 4 slick compounds changed. The softer, more aggressive. and we've also changed the structure of the tyre and tried to give it more footprint mid-corner, but also to do that we've had to reinforce the belt pack area, and that's added 700 grams to the rear tyre weight and 300 to the front. It means that the tyre is more aggressive in corners, it heats up a little bit quicker. The aim really was to try and create a little bit more degradation, because we saw at the end of last season that we're going towards a one-stop race and very, very little degradation of the tyre. So our aim is between 2 and 3 stops per race, so we're trying to maintain that. When we look back to Australia, we saw, for example, Kimi Raikkonen doing a 2-stop race, 25 laps on the